Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Tag Team Podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Tartaglione, joined with my brother, Johnny Tartaglione.
We're a couch podcast now.
We're a couch podcast now.
A very ugly couch podcast. This couch it's seen better days. You know, if you want to see the couch, tune into the YouTube. But I think this couch is probably dated from 1992, if I had to guess.
Probably.
Yeah, it's really bad. But you know what? Fuck it.
We're here.
We're recording a podcast, change of scenery, and there's nothing we can do about it. So enjoy the ugly couch, enjoy the faces of the Tag Team Podcast. But we're back for another episode.
And if the audio is a little echoey, we apologize in advance. We're in an empty house that Johnny just moved into. We got booted from our normal cool set because my dad decided he wanted to have card night tonight. So, yeah, we got kicked to the curb and we're kicked on this couch that's about as old as, I don't know. It could probably be off of life insurance at this point. It could probably be having to buy its own health insurance at this point.
Yeah.
That's how old that shit is. But, guess what? Raise the fucking banner, baby.
Yeah, New York Knicks, NBA Cup champions. And you know what? The NBA Cup matters. It matters. And if you're not really tuned into the NBA season at this time of year, that's completely understandable because nobody really cares about the NBA when it's, October, November, December. You're still worrying about football season. You're worried about college football playoffs. There's a ton of different shit going on. But when you watch these games and you see these crazy-ass courts and they're wearing crazy-ass jerseys, the players care, man. They're going after it. And yeah, you know what? There's financial incentive for these guys. Winners, the New York Knicks taking home $500K a piece, which is crazy for some of the bench players that are getting paid only a couple $100,000. It's something like 18% of their salary, which is crazy for them. But the heart that they leave out on the court in a December game is absolutely unbelievable. And for them to take that game from the Spurs last night after they were pretty much down from the get-go. They were down 6, 7, 8. They were down 11 at one point. And when the game turned to the fourth quarter, the Knicks veterans turned it on. The Knicks bench players turned it on. Jordan Clarkson and Tyler Kolek really stepped up to the plate and made a difference in this game. And it was freaking awesome to see, man. And it's got me excited for NBA playoffs already, even though we're only in December.
I'll say this. The bench fucking stepped up last night. They were there. I mean, Tyler Kolek may be the guy. I mean, I know Deuce McBride's been out. But if we're going to do this thing, we got to have depth. That's the only way we're going to beat any team in the West. Knicks sit with the fourth best odds right now to win the title.
Yeah, they're plus 1,300 to win the title, and they're plus 270 to win the East.
But they're favorites to win the East.
Yes, and I think it's pretty much shown itself that throughout this NBA season that the Knicks are levitating above and beyond every team in the East. I know the Pistons have a great record. I'm not going to take anything away from the Pistons being 21-5. Don't get me wrong. But we saw what happened in the playoffs last year, and the Knicks are just a more talented roster than the Pistons. And that's not a slight to them at all. They are probably going to be the 1 and 2 seeds in the East unless Cleveland somehow gets it together or Orlando makes a run. But poor Orlando just can't seem to get healthy. Paolo Banchero missed time in the beginning of the season. Now Franz Wagner is missing time. But the Pistons and the Knicks are really pulling away. It's been exciting to see. Cade Cunningham's having a great year. But when it comes down to it, if the Knicks bench, like you just said, shows up, and Tyler Kolek is going to be a rotation guy. If Jordan Clarkson is going to score off the bench like he can. If we get Deuce McBride back and healthy. If Mitchell Robinson stays healthy throughout the year and Landry Shamet comes back, that's a deep team. That's 9 deep. That's 9 guys in a rotation that could go toe-to-toe in a playoff series against the Pistons, against the Cavs, against the Magic. And I worry about the Western Conference teams because the Western Conference teams are better than us. They're more talented. They are deeper. The teams that I'm talking about being the Nuggets, the Thunder, and the Rockets specifically.
And those are the teams now, as of last night, maybe the Spurs.
And the Spurs are here. And that cast on Prime Video was so goddamn annoying. Let me tell you. D-Wade is still new to announcing. It was unbelievably bad. And not to mention, other guys, I mean, obviously, and for good reason, these commentators cannot get enough of Victor Wembanyama. And he went on that scorcher in the third where he scored like 10 straight points. He hit 2 threes and then he hit an elbow jumper. I understand. That guy's a unicorn. That guy's a sight to see. He's different. He's nothing that we have ever seen before. But goddamn, the Knicks were in that game. They battled. And they did. They give credit to Tyler Kolek throughout the game. They gave credit to OG Anunoby throughout the game. But they did not stop talking about the Spurs for the first 3.5 quarters of the game.
It seemed like a Spurs home game, in my opinion, when it came to the announcing. Like it seemed like they were San Antonio broadcasters.
It seemed like it was a Charlotte Hornets announcers for the Spurs. It really did.
And don't get me wrong, I love Iron Eagle. I love Noah Eagle. Shout out Syracuse. But he didn't do a good job of getting his colors to settle the hell down. Because I know having D Wade is nice. I know what Prime's been doing, having Dirk Nowitzki on a broadcast.
Udonis Haslem, Steve Nash. Yeah.
I know what they've been doing trying to get these former players.
Well, it wasn't really as much of the halftime show. It was more of the broadcast crew itself.
Yes, 100%.
And we are being biased as Knicks fans. Don't get me wrong. Like, it was annoying because we're Knicks fans. We want to hear about the Knicks. But it really was all Spurs.
It felt like, go back and listen to the broadcast. You go and listen to it, every time the Spurs made a big play, it was, oh my God, Wembanyama! Or, oh my God, what a pass by Castle! And then the Knicks would score and it'd be like, that's a nice bucket there by OG Anunoby.
Oh, but no, they were getting excited about it.
I did not hear Stan Van Gundy go once, OG Anunoby!
Yeah, no, there was a couple times he did. It was more so of the storyline of the game was just way more about the Spurs.
Which I need a great broadcaster. I just have a problem with the color last night. The color commentary... little one-sided.
I understand the Spurs are young, talented, and have a very bright future. Probably have the highest ceiling out of any team in the NBA besides the Oklahoma City Thunder. Don't get me wrong on that. They got guys like Dylan Harper. De'Aaron Fox had a great game last night. Stephon Castle, Victor Wembanyama, obviously. And then their role players are playing well, too. I mean, you got guys like Luke Cornett, who are in the starting lineup last night, grabbing every single offensive rebound, catching alley-oops. And this guy played for the Knicks 10 years ago when they were absolute dog shit. And he couldn't even make the rotation then. He was getting garbage time minutes on a Knicks team that won 17 games. And now I'm watching him kill us when he was on the Celtics, kill us on the Spurs now. And they're going to be the Spurs are a bitch of a team to play. They had us in those first 3 quarters last night. They did. They had us dead to rights. They had the game. But our veteran leadership, our experience showed in the fourth quarter. And it was awesome to see. It was awesome to see the Knicks play tough in a game that mattered to the players. And that's what I loved the most about it. Really did.
And to be down 11 in the third quarter like that to a great Spurs team and battle back like that and have the bench players have freaking Clarkson hit the clutch threes, have Kolek make the great passes. Mitchell Robinson just being an absolutely dog on the boards. I mean, you go back, that took fight. Those aren't our starters, man. Those are guys coming off the bench coming back to beat the Spurs. I mean, you got to think about it from a perspective of betting. I mean, let's just look at it. The Spurs at one point were like minus 400 live to win that game because they had all the momentum. They outplayed us those first 3 quarters, bar none. They did it. They were the better team in the first 3 quarters. They just didn't get there. And
the Knicks got back into the game because they started to make threes down the stretch and offensive rebounds. Mitch had 10 offensive rebounds himself. And the Knicks got 30-something points off of offensive rebounds, which is a crazy, crazy number, especially when Victor Wembanyama's on the other team.
But this goes back to my wider point. Let's think about this. I know everybody says the NBA Cup is a Mickey Mouse trophy. It doesn't count. And you know what? If we lost last night, we'd probably be sitting here saying the same thing. It doesn't matter. It's the NBA Cup. It's a Mickey Mouse. We'd probably be saying the same shit. Hand up. We would probably be saying it.
1,000%.
At the end of the day, this game matters to the players. There's a $530,000 check sitting on the table, so they're going to fucking play for that. And they're going to play for their boys on the bench. They're going to play for their teammates. That game matters. I know it doesn't count towards the stats, but that's the goal of the NBA when it comes to this NBA Cup. So here's the thing. When the players go into that game last night, they're going in there acting like it's a playoff game, like it's a Game 7, like they got to win it. Because at the end of the day, $500,000 is $500,000.
Yeah, Josh Hart's happy about that.
Everybody can bitch and moan about how, they get paid enough money or they already... Dude, it doesn't matter how much money you make. $530,000 is $530,000. It doesn't matter if it's Jeff Bezos or some guy on the street. It's the same amount of fucking money. It means a lot. It does. So, for these Spurs players, they're young, inexperienced. Most of them have not seen the playoffs before. I don't know. Matter of fact, maybe all of them have never seen the playoffs before, besides maybe De'Aaron Fox.
Luke Cornett.
Harrison Barnes. So they got guys in the team, but to them, it's fresh for them. And this is the same shit that happened to the Thunder 3 years ago. They didn't have the experience yet. These Knicks players have. They've been in these games where they gotta win. You go into a scenario where you need to win. You gotta get the job done. And I know it doesn't count. It's not even counting towards the regular season. But at the end of the day, $530,000 is that incentive. And that's why the NBA has been doing that. So the Spurs don't have that same experience that the Knicks do. So So that's why, in my opinion, when it came into last night's game, when you have a lead by 11, the Knicks have blown those leads before in the playoffs. The Knicks have also come back from those in the playoffs. They've seen both sides of the spectrum. The Spurs players really haven't. They haven't been in those shoes before. So when it comes down to it, when it comes down to that need to win that game, I felt like that's where they could have fallen off. And I feel like that's where Mitchell Robinson had the balls to step up and say, you know what, I'm going to grab these fucking rebounds. And that's why I think the game flipped like it did. And the Knicks were able to close that game out. And that's just my personal opinion on where I see at it. I'm not saying the Knicks are a better team than the Spurs on paper.
No, they're a better team than the Spurs.
They're close, though.
They're a better team.
They're close. If they go into a playoff series, say this ends up being the NBA Finals, and this is just a hypothetical. This is not me jumping out of the gun. But say they
Knicks probably win 4-2, honestly.
But I'm saying Knicks are probably going to be like minus 190 to win the series. It's not going to be as far off as people may think.
No, it's going to be a good series. But this is what I just said earlier. The Knicks are the fourth best team in the league. There's the Rockets, Thunder, Nuggets, and then the Knicks. And then the Spurs are right behind it. And I've heard this on several podcasts, and it's obviously the tried and true tale when it comes to the NBA Finals odds. We've already seen that. But I also have a major problem with this with other podcasts. We were listening to Bill Simmons' podcast today. And the headline is Knicks win first title, or Knicks finally win title, whatever it is. And then, same as the broadcasters last night, he goes on and proceeds to talk about the Spurs for 20 fucking minutes when we were the ones who won the game. And you know what? The only thing that Bill said positive, he didn't even say anything positive. He said, yeah, Knicks, whatever, win their first title since 73. And most people are using it as a joke, using it as sarcasm.
It's a backhanded compliment.
That's fine. It is. It's a backhanded compliment. But then the only thing he proceeds to say about the Knicks is that they have no shot, and he was on the podcast with Zach Lowe. They come out and say that they have no shot against any of the other three teams in the Western Conference, the three teams I just named. And I have a problem with that because, yeah, you know what? Right now on paper, they might not be in the same tier as those teams. They might not be. But at the end of the day, who expected Indiana to go 7 games with the Thunder last year? Nobody. And realistically, if Halliburton doesn't tear his Achilles in the first quarter, they got a very good shot to win that game. So that's my problem with this all, is that it's great, it's fun to win the NBA Cup, but it really sucks that it's the Knicks because everyone's just going to use it as a mockery since we haven't won an actual NBA championship since 1973, which really sucks. But you know what? Knicks fans out there, I'm going to enjoy it. You should enjoy it. The NBA Cup matters, and fuck the rest of the people who are going to say it's a mockery. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Hoist the trophy. Players need to enjoy the $500K. The only thing that sucks is that they got to play at Indiana tomorrow, Thursday. By the time this releases, it'll be probably today. So they won the Cup in Vegas Tuesday night. You know they partied. You know they went out, they partied. They didn't get any sleep Tuesday night. Wednesday, they got to fly all the way to Indy and then play Indy Thursday. And then Friday night, we're going to the game against the 76ers. And you absolutely know that's going to be a shit game on Friday night when they come back because they're going to be dragging so much ass, and I don't blame them. It just sucks. It's awesome that we saw a Cup victory. But we bought tickets to the game. We bought tickets to this game Friday night against the 76ers, and it might be bad. It might be very bad. And who knows? I'm washed up and jet lagged when I go to Vegas to gamble for a weekend. They play basketball games, partied all night, got to go to Indy and then back to the Garden and play it back-to-back. Not to mention that's their third game in 4 nights. Yeah. And last night was a playoff game. And you know damn well they partied. Like damn well, like you said. But you know what? We're going to be there for the celebration. They'll probably have the Cup trophy out there. They'll do a little thing. But you know what they're not going to do? They're not going to raise a fucking banner. Not raising the banner. No banner going up in the rafters. Which I love. So here's the thing about Madison Square Garden. Billy Joel has a banner in the rafters at Madison Square Garden for the most shows played ever, which is like 87. I don't know the exact number. But Billy Joel has a banner. And this is not to discredit Billy Joel. But it's obviously important to the Knicks that the most important banner comes in June. And that's what I love about the narrative of this. Because we look back at it. The Lakers won the very first in-season tournament ever. They hung a banner. They lost in the first round. The Bucks won the second in-season tournament ever. Hung a banner. Lost in the first round. So there's a pattern. I don't want to say it's a guarantee, but there's definitely a pattern there. So the Knicks got to switch something up. And I'm not going to say that the Knicks couldn't be a first-round exit, which would absolutely drive me and Johnny insane to the walls. I would probably have to go into a hole for 3 weeks and just fucking hibernate like a bear. But when it comes down to it, I like the fact that they're not hanging the banner. I think it exudes confidence.
And it shows that, you know what, we're here to win in June, not to win in December. And while the NBA Cup is fun to win, it is. It's great to win. We all have to acknowledge that, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's more for the players than it is for the fans when it comes down to it. Because you're not going to get league-wide respect. If you walk up to any NBA fan, somebody who's a 60%, they could probably tell you that the Thunder won the title last year. But could they tell you who won the NBA Cup last year? 60% of people probably could not. Probably could not say the Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, shit, we were listening to sports podcasts today. They couldn't remember who won the NBA Cup.
Yeah, but the thing that matters the most about it is, and they mentioned this on the broadcast, is that when you're playing this game in the middle of December, it's the one game on a Tuesday night. And all the players in the league are watching that game specifically. And it's really cool for the other players to perform. Players like Stephon Castle, who stepped up. Players like Tyler Kolek, who played really well. Some guys who aren't renowned in the league are getting a chance to prove themselves. And that's the coolest thing about it. So I'm happy for the Knicks.
More for the players.
Yeah, and yeah, I know. I was just playing into your point. But also, one other point I want to make. Is OG Anunoby the most soft-spoken person in the league who has probably the most aura? That dude's a fucking hooper, dude. That picture,
aura?
The picture where the Knicks do the post-game picture with the Tims, badass picture with the glasses.
Aura to the nines.
Just, yeah, you need to watch. You need to go see my Instagram story. Awesome picture. OG's a hooper. He brought it home last night. And you know what? Shout out to the Knicks. And that's where we can leave it. I'm excited for the rest of the season. I'm excited to go see a game in the Garden Friday night. Hopefully they whoop Philly's ass. I want to fucking boo the shit out of Joel Embiid, and I cannot wait for that.
Yeah, they're plus 275 to win the East right now. And I told Johnny today, I said, I may bet it. I don't know if the plus 1,300 is.
It ain't good odds. It's not good odds.
I mean, look, all I got to say is the Cavs are in shambles. The Pistons are
The Cavs are going to turn it around. The Cavs are going to turn it around.
The Pistons are young. You said it today. The Pistons are, and I know you guys may not know divisions in NBA. Maybe you do. Maybe you know, because I couldn't name you all the divisions. But the Pistons are minus 900 to win their division right now, and they have the Cavs in that division. They should be minus 900 to win their division in December. That's all I got to say. And it's not the conference. It's the division, so there's like 6 teams in there. But
maybe Vegas knows something.
Maybe they think the Pistons are going to roll and the Cavs are going to fall. So we'll see what happens. I'm really excited to watch the Spurs in the West this year. I gained a lot of respect for them last night. I got to say, they're a good fucking squad. They got Wembanyama.
We've already said all this.
I know, but I'm saying.
There's no need to go back and say this.
I want to give them... No, because you fucking shit on Bill Simmons about 10 minutes ago for not talking about the Knicks enough. So we got to talk about the Spurs.
No, I didn't say that. Is that he titles the podcast Knicks win the championship, and then the only thing he says about the Knicks is negative, and then proceeds to talk about the losing team for 20 minutes.
And Diego Pava later in the podcast for about 20 more minutes.
What?
Later in the podcast.
And then he mentions, and then he loves to talk Boston, which is fine. It's his podcast, but it's just, give some props when props are due. That's all I'm going to say. And that's where we can leave the NBA talk. That's what it is.
All right, fine.
So, but we had some other big news. I know you guys are tired of us talking about the Knicks. We understand. But other big news, huge NFL news actually, is I think the headline coming out of week 15 is the injuries, the injury bug. Really brutal. We saw some superstar talent go down. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes tearing his ACL. Micah Parsons tearing his ACL. The Chiefs officially being eliminated from the playoffs for the first time in over a decade. And yeah, we're in unknown territory in regards to the NFL playoff picture and what's going forward into the last 3 weeks of the season.
So I want to start. I mean, obviously, we got to talk injuries. We got to start there. It sucks to see Patrick Mahomes, Micah Parsons to go down. It sucks. I mean, Puka got hurt too. He's questionable. Devontae Adams is questionable for Thursday night. I don't know Puka's status at this point.
Huge game Thursday night too.
But dude, what's going on this season? I couldn't even name you. There's so many stars that are out with the ACL, including our own Malik neighbors. I mean, Nick Bosa, Tucker Kraft. I couldn't even name all the people who are out with ACL injuries this year.
Not to mention all the players that nobody really knows the names of either.
Exactly.
Those aren't the only guys that have torn their ACL by all means.
Yeah. So, I mean...
It fucking sucks, dude.
It sucks because now you look at Mahomes and Parsons, they're questionable to start next season. They're going to be on the mend still. When it comes down to training camp, the question is going to be, will Patrick Mahomes start week 1? I mean, that's where it's going to be. Can the Chiefs have their rebound season? Is the dynasty dead? There's a bunch of questions that are going to be up in the air for the Chiefs. And I mean, who knows where it goes? It's going to be so weird to see the Chiefs not in the playoffs for the first time in, 11 seasons, 10 seasons since the Patrick Mahomes era. They're gone. They're whacked. And I know the league loves this. Everybody's like, thank God we're not going to have to see the Chiefs.
You're talking about the players. Because Roger Goodell fucking hates it. You think Roger Goodell wants Patrick Mahomes out of the playoffs?
I'm talking about the fans.
The fans? No, that's not true. I don't love it.
Well, you have a future. That's bullshit.
I had a future.
No, you're fucking straight ass talking.
No, I'm not. I'm not happy about it. I wanted Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs.
No, you wanted your future.
When you turn on the TV, shut the fuck up.
I have two Chiefs futures.
Shut
the
fuck up. When you turn on the TV, all credit to the Jaguars here. Listen. No shame in the Jaguars. They've had a great season. When you turn on that championship Sunday and it's Josh Allen versus Patrick Mahomes in previous years, are you more excited for that? Or are you more excited when it's going to be Trevor Lawrence versus Josh Allen? Or Trevor Lawrence versus CJ Stroud, by all means, if the Texans make the AFC Championship game. But come on. Or if the Chargers somehow get there, Justin Herbert versus CJ Stroud. I mean, come on, dude. You're telling me that Patrick Mahomes versus Josh Allen is not what you want to see
We've
on Championship
seen it so many times
but
before.
It's great to watch.
I can only watch the same movie so many times.
No, that's bullshit. Every time it's a different. I mean, the Chiefs.
The Chiefs have won every fucking time. Right. That's bullshit.
Yeah, but okay. So what's gonna happen this year? Josh Allen
finally has his chance.
Okay, cool, but that doesn't mean okay.
The narrative. Hold
if I give you two chances, if I give you two options, you get an unknown scenario this year of Patrick Mahomes versus Josh Allen, and it could be the greatest game of all time, like the 13 seconds game. Or you're getting, give me AFC teams.
You're trying to compare games to something like you've never seen before. So you shouldn't have a comparison to something like you've never seen before. That's a stupid fucking point.
No, listen. We might not even have Lamar Jackson in the playoffs this year. So we're missing two of what have been the top 5 quarterbacks in the league for the past 5 years. All I'm saying is that game with Tony Romo and Jim Nantz on the call has been a staple in our lives for the past 5 years, 6 years since COVID, and it's going to suck not having that playoff matchup this year.
I heavily disagree with you. Heavily disagree with me. That's fine. Because you can only, like I said, you can only watch the same movie so many times before it gets fucking old and tired. It sucks. Because you know what? Damn well, if the Chiefs somehow pulled some miracle out of their ass this season, slipped into the playoffs, made it to the AFC Championship, and it's Chiefs-Bills, it's going to be the same fucking story. The Chiefs are going to win. And it's just, that's how the narrative's written. Josh Allen finally has his cakewalk to the title. There is no excuse for him to say, this is not my AFC.
What's the saying? Is the saying, to be the best, you have to be the best? Is it to be the best, you have to beat the best? Is that not the saying? That's the saying.
Patrick Mahomes is not the best.
But in the playoffs, he has been. Why do you think he's been to 3 straight Super Bowls?
In the years old, though. You could say Tom Brady used to be the best. Yes, but that's the past. That's not where it is right now. Mahomes is not the best.
Okay, and let me say this to you. What's one of the key points? Let's say Patrick Mahomes won the Super Bowl last year. He got the three-peat. He's now sneaking into the GOAT conversation, right, with Tom Brady. He's ahead of the pace.
Not even close.
Right now, he's still on pace. But you know what's going to be a key factor in all this? Who won the Super Bowl head-to-head? Tom Brady. Beat him head-to-head in the playoffs. Beat him in the Super Bowl, right, when he was on the Bucs.
Correct.
You're telling me that if Patrick Mahomes beat Tom Brady there, that falls right into the category of to be the best, you got to beat the best. But you know what? He didn't. That's what I'm saying, is that Josh Allen is not going to beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. He's not going to have a chance to take that throne head-to-head. And I think that means something. I really do.
I disagree because Patrick Mahomes had to be the best to make the playoffs. You can't be the best if you miss the fucking playoffs.
That's not what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying is in total, when you look back at his career.
Absolutely.
Josh Allen is going to face Patrick Mahomes again in the playoffs at some point.
Nothing's guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed.
Okay, so I'll say this to you. If you're proving into my point here. Patrick Mahomes, because you say if Patrick Mahomes is the best, should he not make the playoffs again?
Oh, he's going to absolutely make the playoffs.
If Josh Allen is going to be the best, he has to be in the playoffs again.
Absolutely, but that doesn't mean they're going to play each other.
I'm not saying. If neither of them make the playoffs again, how the fuck can they be the best? They can't.
That doesn't mean they have to meet in the playoffs. One of them could lose in the first round. One of them could get injured in the playoff game.
Then they're not the fucking best. Then they're not the best.
You can't help injuries.
Then they're not the best.
Okay, but your point is not making any sense whatsoever.
You can't be the best if you don't make the playoffs.
I'm not saying this is.
So how the hell are they not going to play each other?
This is not me saying Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL right now. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is In the playoffs, specifically, in these matchups, head-to-head, in January, in the AFC Championship game, in the AFC Divisional Round, Patrick Mahomes has proven to be better than Josh Allen in that specific game, at that specific time period, in that point of the season. Has he not?
Yes.
Okay. And now, Josh Allen is not going to have the chance to get over the hump and beat Patrick Mahomes. No matter what kind of season Patrick Mahomes had, he's not getting that opportunity this year. And I think everybody wanted to see that. If you ask anybody in America, they would want to see Josh Allen go to the Super Bowl and in that path beat the Chiefs. Tell me I'm wrong.
I would say he's going to have opportunities in the future to do that.
I understand, no matter what. If the
this
Bills,
is his time to finally win it without the excuse of Patrick Mahomes. He's finally got the one thing.
Then you're just saying the same fucking shit that I just said. No, I understand that he should have beaten him the year where they had the 13-second game. That was purely on the defense.
That's not what I'm saying.
But you're just saying this is the year for Josh Allen because he doesn't have to go through Patrick Mahomes. My point is that Josh Allen wants to beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs.
Yes, 100%. But I'm saying that the narrative with Josh Allen in the playoffs is that he cannot beat Patrick Mahomes.
Absolutely.
So he finally has an excuse to take it all the way. It's his chance to win it. If he doesn't win it, then Patrick Mahomes' excuse is out the fucking window. He couldn't even win it without facing Patrick Mahomes.
I agree 100%.
But if he does go on to win it this year, say the Bills go on to win it this year, he's won his title. The narrative's not going to be that he didn't beat Patrick Mahomes. It's going to be that Josh Allen finally won his title. So,
of course,
later down the line, when it comes down to it, if they do end up facing off in the playoffs, if they do both try to go on this, who's got the bigger dick, who's the best, they play in the playoffs again, then the narrative comes that. But until Josh Allen gets that first ring, it doesn't matter whether it's Patrick Mahomes, Drake May, CJ Stroud, Trevor Lawrence, whoever the fuck. It doesn't matter. Josh Allen's got to win it on his own accord. It doesn't matter who he faces. He's got to get over that hump first.
Of course, I'm playing into the cards, too, of the fact that if you're comparing Mahomes and Brady head-to-head, and let's say Mahomes did somehow get to 7 Super Bowls and he stopped at 7 Super Bowls, that head-to-head against Brady will always be brought up no matter what.
100%.
That's what I'm saying in hindsight. And let's say Josh Allen goes on to win 3 Super Bowls to match Patrick Mahomes. And for some reason, Patrick Mahomes decides to retire tomorrow. What's the story going to be? That Josh Allen legit never beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs.
It's not going to be the narrative. If he goes on to win a couple Super Bowls, that's not going to be the question.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you compare...
Is the narrative on Tom Brady's career that he couldn't beat Eli Manning? No.
But it's how much is that brought up, though? How much is that brought up?
A lot for us because we're Giants fans.
That's the whole reason Eli Manning might get in the playoffs is because he did not lose to Tom Brady in the Hall of Fame. Sorry, not in the playoffs. That was stupid. That's the whole reason. Eli Manning beating Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl.
That's the narrative of Eli Manning's career. That's not the narrative of Tom Brady's career. No. Nobody's going to look back on Tom Brady and be like, well, he couldn't beat Eli Manning. No. We're asshole Giants fans who like to make that point to Patriots fans. Patriots fans, how often do you think about Eli Manning? You don't, because you have 6 Super Bowl rings.
This is a completely different argument because we're not... Eli Manning's not even in the same ballpark as Tom Brady, and everybody knows that.
Yes.
But we're comparing Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen, who are relatively in the same ballpark in regards to talent. And Josh Allen might even be a better quarterback, skill-wise, than Patrick Mahomes. But is he a better quarterback? Is he the better player? That has yet to be seen. That's all I'm saying. Okay. And when you're comparing those players head-to-head, I think the playoff matchups matter. And that all brings it back to the point that it's just going to suck that we're not going to get to see the matchup this year. That's all I'm saying. And yeah, it's cool that we're going to have a different AFC championship or an AFC championship matchup and an AFC champion this year. I cannot speak today.
I think every single one of our listeners would disagree with your point that the Chiefs should be in the playoffs this year. I think it's nice.
I'm not saying they should be in the playoffs. That's not what I see. I understand parity is fine. All I'm saying is that it's fun to see Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes go up against each other in the playoffs. That was my point.
All right. Well, I'm not going to go around the ringer with you about it because I think your point.
We just went on the ringer for 10 fucking minutes.
But what I'm saying is that it doesn't. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter because he's not going to be there.
Right. He's not going to be there.
And all I'm saying is that Josh Allen has no excuse to not win the AFC.
It is absolutely wild that we considered that we had a pretty honed in top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL.
It's wide open now
since 2020, and 3 of those quarterbacks are not in the playoffs this year, which is wild. Mahomes, Lamar Jackson is yet to be seen to make the playoffs. Probably not going to make the playoffs. And Joe Burrow. That's crazy to me. So,
I
but
mean,
we'll
it is
see.
what it is.
It's going to be a fun playoffs. We got up-and-coming talent in the league. Drake May's proven to obviously throw himself into that conversation. Matthew Stafford having a stellar year. So the top 5 looks completely different than it did, even just 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
So,
But let's
another team on the hot seat.
No, we got to still talk about the injuries. The Packers.
Yeah, Micah Parsons.
We got to talk about Micah Parsons.
I know.
Dude, the Packers fell apart there in the third quarter. They lost Christian Watson. They lost Micah Parsons. They lost some other guy. I don't even know.
That was a tough game for the Packers.
Tough game for the Packers. Like, you got to think about it narrative-wise. The fucking Bears are looking good right now. They got to win.
Huge game.
I know.
Game this weekend.
Huge.
It's going to set it up for the NFC North. That's for sure.
And now the Packers have got to go without Christian Watson, without Micah Parsons. I mean,
they got to go on the road to Chicago.
Chicago. I mean, think about it. How much did the Packers season just flip in that quarter, or in that one quarter alone? In that one,
they did play a very, very good Denver Broncos team, though. I mean, they played a Broncos team that is going for the 1 seed in the AFC. And how many games straight have the Broncos won? Have they won 10 in a row? I can't remember when they last lost a game.
I don't care about the Broncos. I want nothing to do with the Broncos. I don't even want to hear the word Broncos.
But let me say this. In regards to that game, those are 2 teams that have shown up in big-time games this season. Let's face it. They might play down to their opponents. Yes, the Packers they struggled in the game against the Cowboys.
They lost to the Browns.
They lost to the Browns.
They lost to
the Panthers, who have struggled this season.
That's on Jordan Love, though.
The Broncos almost lost to the Giants in a game that they should have lost to the Giants at home. So these teams can play down to their talent. But you know what? In big-time games, in big-time spots, against teams that are playoff teams that have Super Bowl aspirations, both of these teams have showed up and both of these teams have delivered. And that was just a tough game for the Packers to go on the road against that Broncos team that's probably going to be the 1 seed in the AFC with the Patriots losing this past weekend. But I would say that both of these teams would still consider themselves contenders, especially the Broncos. And with the Packers losing those 2 key players and their defensive staple, the guy that they traded all those assets for, it's looking kind of bleak for the Packers.
They could still win. I just don't see their path to winning the NFC anymore. Because in my opinion, if you asked me last week, I would say the Packers are probably my pick to win the NFC.
No way. Shut the fuck up. You would have never. You are a Jordan Love basher.
I am a Jordan Love hater.
You were never picking the Packers for the NFC. That is bullshit.
Did you ask me the question?
That's bullshit.
No, I think the Packers are a great team. I just think they need a better quarterback.
You're not winning the Super Bowl in this day and age without
Foles?
the quarterback. I said this day and age. Right now, you're not winning the Super Bowl without a quarterback who, and I'm not saying Jordan Love can't, but the way you talk about Jordan Love, you specifically, you are not winning the Super Bowl with that kind of quarterback. So for
Eagles just won it with Jalen Hurts.
Shut the fuck up. For you to say that about Jordan Love and talk about him like he is complete dog shit.
I don't say he's dog shit. I think he's overhyped. No, I think he's overhyped.
Okay.
I hate the glaze. The glaze is annoying.
Whatever
it's like Drake May. It's the same shit. The glaze is not worth it. They are top 15 quarterbacks. Yes, same with Jalen Hurts. They're probably top 10 quarterbacks. But the fact that you're putting them on the same level as Josh Allen is ridiculous to me.
I'm not doing that. Nobody's doing that.
It's obtuse.
Look
in the mirror, man.
Yes,
they're good quarterbacks.
Nobody's putting Jordan Love on.
Jordan Love is a good quarterback. I have said that before.
No. You shit on. Do you or do you not shit on Jordan Love all the time?
I do shit on Jordan Love all the time.
But that's not because I don't see people out here glazing Jordan Love. Give me one example.
Look at all these NFL posts saying that he's third best odds for MVP. Look at all these conversations of him cherry picking stats.
He's not third best odds for MVP.
Third best odds for MVP. Look at him look at all these cherry pick stats that these Packers fans and these NFL pages post to make Jordan Love look as good as he is. He's a good quarterback. I'm not saying Jordan Love's not a good quarterback. I have said that since the dawn of time that Jordan Love is a good quarterback.
Jordan Love is not even in the top 6.
Well, because he lost this past week, but he was just plus 1,500. He was just plus 1,500.
He's plus 15,000.
He was just plus 1,500.
Okay.
I would know because my Packers fan buddy had me place the bet for him.
Okay.
He was third best odds last week until he fucking lost his entire team.
Okay.
But I'm not saying Jordan Love is not a good quarterback. He's probably top 10. He's right around 10. But he's not a Super Bowl winning quarterback. He can get to the NFC.
You just said
he can win the NFC.
You just said
he's not beating Josh Allen. You just missed my point. What I said 2 minutes ago.
Okay. What if Denver finds himself in the Super Bowl?
I think Bo Nix has a better shot than winning over Jordan Love.
Okay.
He just proved that this past week. So
that was a home game. It was a home game in Denver. That's completely different than a neutral site game. That's indoors.
If you want,
I guess it's in San Francisco this year, but still.
I wouldn't say Bo Nix is as good as Jordan Love. I would say in a big time game, he's got more of a clutch gene to win the game.
Okay.
You're going to say when Eli Manning played Tom Brady in those Super Bowls that Tom Brady was not the better quarterback? He was.
We just talked about this.
I'm just saying what's going on.
Okay.
It doesn't matter whether or not you're a better quarterback on a skill level. It's about winning.
I think you've had some
big games.
Whack ass takes today. I think you've had
you
some
said that you said it'd be good for the NFL to have the Chiefs in the playoffs this year. So shut the fuck up.
Yes, you don't think for ratings wise that they don't want the Chiefs in the playoffs?
Maybe the moneymakers do. We don't care about the money. We're the fans.
You're saying the NFL. Like, we are the NFL. We're not the NFL. We're the fans.
The NFL only exists because of the fans. So thank you.
Okay, but the fans are not the NFL.
We exist. We make the NFL happen.
You could say
we are the reason the NFL
you could say
is the NFL.
We as football fans. We're not getting back into this, but you can't. We are not the NFL. That's all I'm saying.
We highly disagree on this podcast.
That's fine. That's fine.
It's fucking bullshit.
Whatever you say.
All right, let's move on because you're just being obtuse. You're just being outrageous.
No, I wanted to bring up. I have to bring up the Lions because the Lions are in extreme trouble.
They're dead.
And they got absolutely smoke checked by the Rams. I mean, I know it was closer the whole game than what the final score showed. But the Rams proved to be the better team in the game. And that's a problem for the Lions because now they have to win out and they need help, which is going to be a major problem for them.
It's all my fault.
It is your fault.
This is all my fault.
You signed, sealed, and delivered.
I signed, sealed, delivered. I'm a piece of shit. Look, sorry, Lions fans. I'll admit it. I'm a piece of shit. I signed, sealed, delivered you guys, the NFC North, and I'm fucking wrong. I was fucking wrong, and I apologize. You know my apology means nothing to you, and I know that. But the Lions' bad season, you can put it all on me. You can blame me. That's fine. I will take wholehearted responsibility for the Lions' playoffs. They got to win out.
I think they control their own destiny, though, right? If they go 3-0, they make the playoffs. Because they
you
play
have
the Bears,
to check
right?
the playoff trackers. I know damn well the Lions fans have been dead heat on what playoff scenarios need to occur. Like, I don't even know if they're rooting for the Bears or the Packers this weekend.
I think the Packers need to beat the Bears, and then the Lions need to win out because they play the Bears head-to-head. They don't play the Packers head-to-head.
No, they don't.
That
they lost both. They lost both. That
so
would make the most sense.
The Packers have to beat the Bears, and then the Lions have to win out and beat the Bears in Week 18. That's pretty much how that has to roll. Because that would mean that the Bears would lose 2 of their final 3 games, putting them. What would that put the Bears at? Sorry, this is really bad podcasting. That would put the Bears at, even if the Bears win, that would put them at 11-6. And if the Lions win out, they would also be 11-6, but they beat the Bears twice, so they'd have the head-to-head.
Yeah.
So the Packers need to beat the Bears, and the Lions need to win out. That's their path. So win out, and they need help.
They need help.
I wonder what a parlay at the beginning of the season would have been if you parlayed the Ravens, Chiefs, and Lions all to miss the playoffs.
All I know is I parlayed the Chiefs and the Lions to win their divisions, and that one lost. That was a couple units down the drain.
You really need to apologize to all Detroit sports fans. You've done them fucking foul with theTigers and the Lions back.
I do.
That's fucking atrocious.
I'm a piece of shit.
That's really bad. You are. You're a piece of shit.
I'm a piece of shit.
And that's all I'm going to say. For no reason.
No reason at all.
Whatsoever.
I put the fat chicks on it.
You put that out there. And for you to do that is absolutely fucking disgusting, and that's all I'm gonna say. If you did that for one of my teams, the podcast would be over. It would be done.
I have nothing to say because you're completely right. You're completely right. I have nothing to say to that. I'm a piece of shit when it comes down to Detroit sports, and I should probably be banned from the city of Detroit. I probably should.
You should never go back.
I should probably never go back there because I would if I'm a Detroit sports fan and I was listening to me, I would hate me. If I'm being honest with you.
Yeah,
I would hate me.
I hate that you did that to
I would
me.
hate me.
I really do.
I would hate me.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the NFC South because the fucking Panthers just can't seem to fucking get their shit together. How do you beat the Rams and then lose to the Saints?
I don't want to talk about the NFC South. do we really have to waste time talking about the NFC South?
No, because here's the point on the NFC South.
Simple.
It's going to come down to the Bucks,
the
two matchups.
And that's all. That's NFC South talk. That division is disgusting. The Bucks have been very disappointing. The Panthers have been surprising this season in games, but the fact that they lose to the Saints twice, you should be banned from the playoffs. I'm sorry. I mean, Tyler Shuck is really coming around as a decent NFL starter, but goddamn, the Panthers had one chance and they fucking blew it. And it sucks. It sucks. It is what it is. And, it's going to come down to the 2 out of those last 3 matchups. Whoever wins those is going to be in the playoffs, and boom. That's it. That's NFC South talk.
All right, so we got to talk about the game, maybe the game of the year.
Thursday night.
And it sucks that it's Thursday night.
Really fucking blows.
It sucks. And it's probably, for you guys listening, it's tonight. Some of you may be listening on Friday, and this game's already over. But I'll tell you this.
Rams Seahawks, baby.
I just want to say this. The uniform, the Seahawks unis this week, insanely tough.
Really? What are they?
Oh my God, they're wearing the rivalries jerseys. Have you not seen them yet?
No, I haven't.
Dude, they are insanely tough.
I'm looking this up now.
So I think the question goes on to Devontae Adams. I mean, I hope he plays. He's dealing with the hamstring problem. He was dealing with it last week. He re-injured it last week. Puka Nacua, who knows what he's going to do? I'm assuming he's going to be fine.
Are they these? These all white ones?
It's those right there with the chrome helmets.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah, look at those helmets.
Yeah, they mean business.
Oh yeah, they get me going, dude.
Goddamn,
they're fire ass uniforms.
This is gonna be a fun game.
Fun game. I mean, whoever wins it's got the chokehold on the NFC West, which is going to likely be the 1 seed. Likely be the 1 seed.
Oh yeah, 1000%.
So we'll see what happens. I mean, I know the Niners are pushing on the door. I don't even want to say the Bears.
The Bears have a shot if they win out.
I don't want to say the Bears are pushing on the door because I don't want to give the Bears that much credit. But
I mean, a 10-4 team is a 10-4 team.
10-4 team is a 10-4 team. You win games. That's why you play the games to win them, and you want them. But it's going to be a great game, and I think it gets into our ultimate trio because it's just.
I mean, the only other point I want to make is that there's a lot of shit matchups, and there's a lot of huge matchups this week. I mean, you got Packers-Bears for the NFC North, Rams-Seahawks for the NFC West, Bucks-Panthers for the NFC South, Jags-Broncos going for a top seed in the AFC, Pats-Ravens, Sunday Night Football, that got flexed, Ravens fighting for their playoff lives.
Ravens favored.
Ravens fighting for their playoff lives, Pats trying to win the AFC East, 49ers-Colts, 49ers still in the hunt for the division too because they're going to be within 1 game if they win. And then Steelers-Lions. Steelers still battling for the NFC or the AFC North, and the Lions fighting for their playoff lives, man. So we got some great fucking games this weekend, and I am super excited for Week 16.
Yeah. So before Peyton gives us our standings for this ultimate trio, I do want to say that I am the ultimate person that I should never say something because I jinx it every single time. I said last week I've never gone 0-3. I've never gone 0-3, and guess what? I went 0-3 this week. And cherry on top of it, I picked A.D. Mitchell to score a touchdown as my backup pick because I was being soft and wanted to go with Bucky Irving, who screwed me. And A.D. Mitchell scored, which means I would have gotten 2 points. But I'm an idiot. Hand up, I'm an idiot. And I should just never say something like that ever again.
You know what we forgot to talk about, and I got to bring this up real quick.
What?
Philip Rivers. Looked decent. He had the Colts in the game. He almost beat the Seahawks. And the one long ball he tried to throw went for an interception. But you know what? Shout out to Philip Rivers. He actually got out there, got the health insurance extended for his 10 kids, 9 kids, whatever the fuck it is. And at the end of the day, you got to give props to a 44-year-old quarterback who went out there and played with the heart on his sleeve for a team that he had not played for in 4 to 5 years.
Dude, you got to.
That's what I'm saying. I just didn't want to go without mentioning that before we got into the ultimate trio.
Yeah, I mean, he looked decent. It's the best way to put it. He looked capable.
I don't want to say he looked decent, but he
looked capable.
He looked.
They almost won that game.
He looked serviceable.
If it wasn't for Jason Myers having them 6 field goals, he almost won that game.
Yeah.
What do you have? 160 passing yards, 120 passing yards,
and now the Seahawks got to turn around and play on
little
a
leg
short
kick,
rest.
little shimmy.
Yeah.
He's a little fat, but you know what? So am I. So we're good.
All right, you want to get an ultimate trio?
Yeah, let's get an ultimate trio.
All right.
We need a standings update.
It's time to go into Ultimate Trio. Last week, obviously, Anthony, as you mentioned, you went 0-3. Johnny went 2-1, and I went 1-2. So it brings our standings to Anthony at 27, Johnny at 25, me at 22, with 3 weeks left to go in the regular season. And then, is it 3 weeks in the playoffs, I believe? Or is it 4 weeks? 3 weeks? something like that.
Probably stop before the Super Bowl.
Probably AFC Championship final.
Okay.
The championship.
I still think we should pick
There's a
this.
tiebreaker.
We should still pick the Super Bowl. We should discuss it before the playoffs. We do something fun. We'll do something different.
We'll come
We'll
up with
report back to
playoffs
the team.
Sure.
after the divisional round. We're gonna have
Sure.
a team meet, and we're gonna come up with.
We'll report back to the people.
And it could depend on the stand. If the standings is so out of play, it's out of play. But if it's close, we'll figure it out.
I am making a quick. Anthony is seeing me in his rear view mirror, and I cannot talk today. Rear view mirror, and he is sweating.
This is the closest you've been.
Tony was rolling 85 miles an hour on I-40 and passed the cop and hit the brakes quick. And there I am. I'm making ground, and he is sweating dick. So what's the order this week? Because I'm excited to make these picks, and I could take the lead this week.
For sure. So, yeah, I'll be leading off in the spread. Anthony, you'll lead in the over-under. And Johnny, you'll lead in the touchdowns. So, I'll get us going. I told the guys before the podcast, I'm in a stinker, all right? I'm in the dupes. I need to figure something out. I'm going completely blind for the first time in Ultimate Trio, going for that 0-3 week. Let's do it. All right, I'm pulling up all the games. I'm between two games. And I'm going to rock I'm going Detroit or I'm going Minnesota against your Giants. Ant, what do you think? You want to pick my pick against? Should I pick the Vikings against the Giants?
Nope. You pick what you want to pick, dude. It's been working out for you so well this year.
All right, cool. I'm going to go Steelers +7 against Detroit.
You're such an asshole, Tony.
Steelers +7 against Detroit. Okay.
You're such a dick.
All right. Anthony, you're up.
I'm going with... Let's go with... Shit. There's a lot of good spreads.
Come on, man. Come to the table. Ready to play.
Ravens -3 against the Patriots.
You son of a bitch. But psych. And I'm taking the opposite. I'm going Pats. Give me the Patriots. I got +2.5. But I'll take the +3. You got -3. I got +3. That's what we're rolling with.
Right.
We're going to roll off Tony's book.
-3, +3. All right.
That works out way better for me than it does for you.
I know. But it's all right.
I got Pats +3. Let's go. Let's ride.
So, Anthony, you have the over-under. And then, Johnny, you'll have the second pick.
I feel like Johnny's just going to go fade ball this week. It's kind of a disadvantage.
No, I love the Pats. That was my pick of the week. I'm
hammering Ravens spread.
Go ahead.
Drake May's a fraud. He's not really a fraud. He's actually really good. But I'm going I'm going to go with Rams Seahawks over 42.5.
Thursday night. Okay. That seems like a low total too, which
42.5.
it kind of screams like
the under's got the juice.
Under's got the juice too. Yeah.
You got a better line than 42.5? I don't think so.
I got 42.5. Time for my pick. Give me, what do I want to do here? You know what? We're going to get mad ugly. Jets, Saints, over 40.5.
That's gross.
Tyler Shuck looking
Brady
good.
Cook.
Brady Cook, maybe throw a touchdown or two. Give me that. Give me over 40.5 Saints, Jets.
Okay.
I believe I'm doing that.
That leaves me. And I was looking at the Texans game. That looks like a bad game. I'm going to go... I'm almost tempted to go with your strat, Johnny, because it's been working with Dallas. So I'm going to go over 49.5 for the Dallas and the Chargers game. Hopefully Herbert does not have that hand as a big issue.
The Chargers just have no offensive line.
I know. I'm hoping.
Brutality.
I'm hoping that someone folds.
All right. We on the touchdown scores. I get the first one.
Yep.
You get the juice.
Give me Tony Pollard against the Kansas City Chiefs. He's been hot the last 2 to 3 games. This is going to be an ugly game to begin with. I think it's going to be a lot of handoffs, a lot of maybe running out the clock. But yeah, Tony Pollard.
Okay. I'm going to go... I wish I had some good odds for maybe like a sneaky running back for like a +2. As you guys can tell, I'm in desperate mode. I'm like trying to brainstorm. Give me Josh Allen against the Browns.
-170.
Is he really -170?
That's crazy. Yeah, -170.
That's fine. It's still a decent pick. It's still a decent pick then.
Yeah, it is.
So.
I'm going to ask you again. Have I gone with A-Chain this year at all?
I'm,
I feel like I ask this every week. I don't remember. I need to start writing down what I've taken.
It's too late at this point. We're in week 16.
So, Anthony, you went A-Chain in week 11. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Nice job, ass.
All right, I'm gonna go RJ Harvey.
That's a good pick.
Broncos, Jags.
That's a good pick.
That was my second pick, actually.
I'm gonna go RJ Harvey.
Yeah, good pick. Good pick.
Good move.
All right.
That's where we sit.
We're all going for rushing touchdowns.
And you're going up head to head against me. You got a chance to snap a whole point on me. That's a 2-point swing.
It's a 2-point swing. So I love it. I'm not afraid. I'm not fucking afraid. I'm ready to roll this week. Ready, rip, ready, roll,
Let's
ready,
go
roll.
Ravens.
Let's go Pats, baby. That's going to be a fun one Sunday night. So, all right, cool. Well, that wraps it up for Ultimate Trio. You got a stink bomb for us this week. Wrap it up. Get us out of here.
Yeah. So I was over at my friend's house this past weekend. I was in my old hometown of Raleigh. I was hanging out, and let's just say that we were having a couple beverages. There was a couple beverages going around, and we were hanging out, and we decided we wanted to try to light a candle. This candle was sitting in like a not a mason jar, but like a regular jar. The thing was, the wax was like at the very bottom, right? So I take the lighter. They didn't have one of the candle lighters, which maybe they did. I just didn't want to go through their drawers because that would just be mean. So I went to go reach in and I tried to light it, and then I dropped it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And I sliced my finger pretty good.
No shit.
I don't know if you can see it. I sliced my finger on a candle pretty good.
I sliced my finger this week too.
So then I proceeded to, I've said this before, I feel like a lot of my stink bombs have to do with me bleeding, but it would just not stop bleeding.
Same shit.
And yeah, now I got a huge cut on my finger. And I'm not a fan of the dry weather. And this is going to be bad because my hand is going to continue to bleed all weekend, especially since we're going to New York. And my second stink bomb this week is that it got really cold here this week, and they had to turn the heat on. And I am very allergic to house heat, like very allergic. Like I get sore throat, stuffy nose,
it's brutal.
Nosebleeds, like the works. And the heat came on at the house this week, and it's been a rough week for me.
Yeah, it's fucking atrocious.
So, two mini stink bombs, but they definitely still suck, and they've been a nuisance to me.
Dude, I did the same shit. I was microwaving the shit out of my breakfast burrito.
Microwaving the shit. How do you microwave the shit out of something? You press that button really hard?
I pressed
You're
it. I fucking pressed it, and then I went to go put the plate down. I literally dropped it like 3 inches. Plate shattered. I didn't even really realize I was bleeding until my finger started gushing, and then there's blood all over the floor, all over my shoe. That was brutal. That wasn't even my stink bomb. My stink bomb.
Oh wait, before you get to your stink bomb, I don't want to start this discourse, but maybe this is a discourse that needs to be said. Microwaves. Are you a set the timer, walk away, wait for it to beep kind of guy?
I'm shutting it off before.
Or are you a buzzer beater guy?
I'm a buzzer beater guy.
It's a huge it's a huge argument in my house is that do you like type in 1 minute and then let it walk away or whatever? Or are you sitting there staring at that number 10?
You can't let that.
And you try to stop it.
Yeah,
now what's a realistic time you stop it at? Is it like 3 seconds?
1 second.
1 second.
1 second. Yeah. Yeah,
All
1
right.
second. Yeah.
So you're a buzzer beater kind of.
I'm a buzzer beater guy. I'm not.
I'm a kind of, let's see if I can take a pee, get water, and figure out what I can
and
do.
get back.
And get back.
That's such a thrill. The biggest thrill is when you turn the corner and you got 4 seconds on that bitch and you pull the door open right before the timer goes off. Oh, that's a great
What's
feeling.
a worse sound, the microwave sound or your alarm in the morning?
Oh, the alarm in the morning is top tier worst sound. Top tier. Nothing beats the alarm in the morning.
All right, maybe we'll have to have in the off season. We'll have to have a tier list of worst sounds because there's a lot of them out
There's
there.
a lot. Yeah, there's a lot. So yeah, my stink bomb. So I sliced my fingers. So that's funny. And mine was middle finger. I don't know which one's yours.
Mine's my ring.
Oh, ring finger.
Yeah.
And then, dude, I got fucking tennis elbow for the first time in my life. And goddamn, that shit is no joke.
High five.
No. I don't know what I got it from, but I think I was lifting, getting my curl on. And Wednesday I lifted Wednesday morning. Wednesday it felt a little tight. And then Thursday I got out of bed, I tried to itch my neck. Couldn't move my arm above my head.
Oh no.
Went to go brush my teeth. It hurt to brush my teeth. I went to go shake somebody's hand on a job site. And I was like dreading it. I was like, this is going to hurt. And sure enough, shooting pain all through the forearm, tennis elbow, golfer's elbow. Absolutely no joke. Whenever somebody says they have that as an injury, it's brutal. Like it's bad. So if you got it, I'm sorry. It sucks. It's no fun. I had to play right field in our softball game. on Monday night when it was 20 degrees. I usually play shortstop, and there were so many balls hit to shortstop, of course. And there I am in right field. I got one ball.
They were hit up the middle. I was at the middle.
Whatever. I couldn't throw. I couldn't throw the ball. It hurt. I just did that and it hurt. So, yeah, that was brutal. And then
we won the softball championship.
My
second softball championship this fall.
And then last night, I go to a hot Pilates class. And let's say I'm the guy. I skip leg day. I'm not going to lie. I don't work out legs very much. And let me tell you, we got some squats, some backwards reverse lunges going. Holy shit, dude. I can't fucking walk today. It's brutal. My legs are jelly, and we're going to New York City tomorrow, and I'm going to walk 30,000 steps a day. And I don't know what to do. I'm just fucked. It is what it is. I need to start hitting leg day more often. That was a real wake-up sign to me. My quads are tight. My hamstrings are hurting like a bitch. My inner groin is just brutal. It's done. And that's where I stand. I got bad elbow. I got bad legs. And so if I got to get in a fight on the subway, I got to go lefty schmefty.
You're a disaster.
I'm a disaster. I got to hit him with the left hook. So, but we're ready to go. We're ready to get jacked up, go to New York City.
Yeah, we'll do a little recap next week.
Yeah, a little recap. Little New York City recap, little pre-Christmas podcast, and I'm excited for it. I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Peyton, you got anything?
I have maybe not a stink bomb, but I'm going to call it a sweet bomb. I bought this sick Hot Wheels Lamborghini, man. I just bought it. That is literally it. You guys don't get to see it because you guys have been griping too much. You're going to have to see it after the pod. But the fans can see it right now on YouTube. That is it.
Perfect.
There we go.
I'm glad.
Have a good weekend, everybody. It's the holidays.
Yes.
Keep it positive.
Absolutely.
It's that time.
It's that time of year. So we'll be on. We'll have one more podcast before the holiday season. But everyone, we didn't even really talk college football playoff, but enjoy your weekend of football. Enjoy your Saturday NFL. Didn't even mention that we are terrible podcasters. But you know what?
There's only so much you can say.
Enjoy your weekend of football.
You can spew bullshit about the Chiefs for 10 minutes.
Enjoy your weekend of football, your college football, college basketball. And thanks for tuning in for this week's episode.
Yep. Peace.